Hey lovely humans, it's Alison from Goldheart Yoga. This next 20-minute flow is designed to get you uncrunched, lengthened in your body, and just create more space to breathe and be in the world. I'm hearing from more and more people that they have been working from home and sitting much more than they ever have. It's creating aches and pains that they've never seen in their life, and it's time to get breathing better and to go with the flow.
Find a comfortable seat. Sit up tall. Take a deep breath. Hand on the heart. Pause. Breathe in and out. Finding your center. Hand on your low belly. Breathe in and out. And close the eyes if you so choose. Just moving into this space. Gently, slowly. Taking a few more breaths, allowing yourself to get rooted in the moment, connect to your heart's intention, or just the steady beat of your heart. Release the hands down, open your eyes, breathe the arms up over your head, press the fingertips into one another. Allow the hand to come down by your side and reach the top arm up and over. Drop the shoulder away from the ear. Look up toward the fingertips. Exhale, and then inhale back up over your head. Dropping opposite arm down by your side. Looking up toward your fingertips. Softening through your face. Exhaling, releasing both hands down by your sides. Dropping the chin in toward your chest. Walking the hands forward. Breathe. As you fold over the legs, drop the chin in toward the chest and let the back reach toward the sky. Bring your arm underneath you. A modified thread the needle. And then reach it up toward the sky and around and behind your back, drawing that shoulder back, reaching the heart toward the opposite wall. Releasing out as you're ready. Moving to the opposite side. Just a gentle spinal twist here. And then breathing that arm up and around, drawing the shoulder back. Softening your face toward the wall. Exhaling and releasing out as you're ready. Folding over the legs one more time. Dropping the head, breathing into the back of the neck, walking back in as you're ready. Hands come around behind your back, shoulders roll back, heart lifts, face lifts, arms reach overhead, finger pads touch, hands come behind the head. Relax back and release. Transitioning, moving your cushion out of the way if you are using one. And then moving on to hands and knees, spreading the fingers wide and curling the toes, coming into a little cat and cow. Flexing and extending the spine. Just enjoying being in your body and waking up. And sitting it back into a little child's pose. Breathing into that low back. Seat back towards your heels, push the floor away to get more length from fingertips to sit bones. And then coming forward, pressing yourself back into your first downward facing dog. Just playing through the feet, maybe a little bounce. Moving into plank and then dropping the knees, lowering down for a modified chaturanga. Taking the arms out toward the side, rolling the shoulders back, lifting the heart, pressing the tops of the feet down. Release out. curl your toes and press back intentionally into downward facing dog. Getting that full body stretch, turning your head to one side, looking up underneath the armpit, and then to the opposite side. A little bend in the opposite knee if that feels good for you here, or a little sway in the hips. Coming forward again into that modified plank to chaturanga. Taking your arms out toward your sides, lifting your heart. Setting it down. Making that graceful transition, that slow transition to downward facing dog. Breathing into all that length and space through the back of your body. Head turns to one side and then the other. Just lengthening through the sides, the front and the back of the neck. One more time here, dropping the knees, modified chaturanga. Opening the heart, pressing the feet down, feeling the whole back line of the body strong as the front of the heart opens. Releasing, and one more time back to downward facing dog. That slow transition. Maybe there's more space here since that first one. And you take a moment to bend the knees, look side to side. Walk the feet forward nice and wide so it's a shorter downward facing dog here. This might increase the intensity in the hamstrings. A little shake of the head, letting that neck go. Hands continue to press down. And then walking up wide, pressing the feet down, taking hold of opposite elbows and bouncing side to side. Just letting it all go here at the top of your mat, bringing the arms around behind your back, interlacing yoga mudra, taking the hands over your head to the degree that you're able, and then releasing down, hands come to your knees, lengthening through the spine, rolling through the neck, and then rolling up to stand, reaching your arms toward the sky, touching fingertips, and bringing your hands to your heart. Pausing here from sitting, kneeling, to a standing pose, to Tadasana, to mountain. Inhaling, reaching your arms up over your head and reaching over to your right, taking hold of the left wrist, pulling the left ribs away from the hip. Coming back through center, sweeping the arms around and up again. Left hand takes hold of right wrist, pull over. Right ribs away from the hip. Breathe. Press down through the legs into the feet. Back through center. Sweep the arms out to the sides and exhale. Fold into the earth. Inhale to a long spine. Step the left foot back long. And drop the left knee. Come into a low lunge here, leaning onto that right knee. Noticing how it might feel through that left quadricep. And bringing the arms around behind your back, lifting the heart. And then adding this quad stretch if you'd like, bringing that left heel in toward your outer left hip. Letting that left shoulder roll back. And pressing the right thigh bone away with the palm. Release as you're ready. Lift up. And reach the arms over your head, coming into Crescent Lunge. Pivoting on your back foot, bending into your right knee, lean onto your right thigh and come into extended side angle, reaching that left arm over your head again. Ribs away from the hip. Release out as you're ready. Square off to the front of your mat, step your left foot forward and step your right foot back. Come into that low lunge again. Leaning into that left thigh. Bending at the right knee as you're ready, taking hold of the foot for the quad stretch. You can also stay in that low lunge with hands resting on the left thigh. Roll the right shoulder back. Lift the heart, lift the gaze. And then release the right foot down. Rise up into that high crescent. Hands come around behind your back to encourage the opening of the shoulders. And then pivot. Back foot parallel to the back edge of the mat, reaching the right arm up and over. Taking up space, extended side angle. Releasing out as you're ready. Touching the front of your mat. Squaring off. Stepping up. Allowing yourself to hang here and inhaling, rising all the way up, hands to the sky. Come over again to the right to get that space. And then to the left. Continually open up the sides of the body, getting longer, taller. Interlace the fingers, press them to the sky. Exhale, let them come down by your sides and around behind your back. Shoulders roll back, heart lifts, face lifts. And then inhale, exhale to fold. Left foot steps back, coming through again. The knee drops. We come into that low lunge. We pause here for a moment. Notice what may be different. Maybe it's the quality of our breath. Maybe it's the change in our body. Noticing how the muscles are changing. Pivoting on that back foot. Keeping the hand down by the inner right foot and reaching that left arm up and over, extended side angle with a little bit of a modification here. You can always lean on that thigh if that's more comfortable. And stepping to the top of your mat. Right foot steps back. Coming into the low lunge. Just assessing how it feels different here. So we do a little less so we can feel more. Lifting up, pivot on the back foot, parallel to the back edge. Left hand comes to the inside of the left foot. Right arm reaches from outer right hip to underarm to fingertips. Continue to press through the outside edge of your right foot. Square it off toward the front of your mat. And step forward. Inhale, rise all the way up. Shoulders roll back, hands behind your back. Interlaced yoga mudra. Inhale, lift your hands to the sky. Interlace your fingers, press to the sky. Right hand takes left wrist, pull over. We reverse the movement here. Left hand takes hold of right wrist, pull over. Exhale, dive forward and down. Inhale to a long spine, pressing the tops of the thighs back. Exhale and fold. Touch to the floor. Left foot steps back. Low lunge again. We pause to feel. Lifting up through that left knee. Coming again through our extended side angle. Maybe there's a bind. You take hold behind your back. Or maybe it's simply that arm just rolls around and takes hold of the top of the right thigh, encouraging that left shoulder back. Crown of the head reaches toward the front of your mat. Rising up into triangle pose, straightening through that front leg, pulling your outer right hip in, reaching left fingertips toward the sky. Squaring off toward the front of your mat, stepping forward, and step the right foot back. Low lunge here again. So we pause to prepare. Give our body and our breath and our mind a moment to notice what's different. And then engage in the pose a little bit differently. Here I've put the left hand behind the left foot. I'm pulling the right shoulder back and the right hand takes hold of the top of the left hip. Circling it around. And then straightening through that left leg, reaching the right hand to the sky. Circling around, squaring off, stepping up. bending the knees deeply, sitting down and rolling all the way to the ground. Hugging the right knee in, flexing the foot, taking the left leg long and flexing that foot, snuggling the shoulders down, and then maybe taking hold of the outside edges of that right foot, drawing the knee in a little bit more. Notice if the shoulders start to lift. You may make an adjustment, and then take that right leg to the sky, hands behind the leg, and press the thigh into the hands. Face is soft. Bring the right foot to the inside of the left leg and just start to wander the hands over toward your left side, pulling the right ribs away from the hip. Continue to soften and then wander the hands over toward your right side, just like you're swaying in the wind here. Coming back through center, hugging that knee in, giving your knee a little Eskimo kiss, and then hugging that left knee in. You can take hold of the outside edges of your foot again if that's comfortable for you, in the upper body and also through the leg. Clasp the hands behind the left thigh and reach the left heel toward the sky, keeping the foot flexed, the right leg long and pressing down. Breathing into the difference here. Releasing it out, hugging it in one more time before the left foot comes to the inside of the right thigh. Letting the arms drape over to your left side. Maybe pushing that hip down a bit and then reaching the arms over towards your right side. And then when you're ready, coming back through center, hugging that knee in, rubbing the nose onto that knee. Just a little extra love for your body. Reaching the arms over your head, taking the legs long. Placing the soles of the feet on the mat. Reaching through the sides of your body and then bringing the arms down by your sides. Draw your shoulders underneath you. Gently touch your heels and lift your hips away from the floor. You can use your hands to make sure you're engaging glutes here to lift up into your bridge pose. Maybe you come up onto the tippy toes. See how that feels for you. Chin is away from chest. And the breath is free and easy. Lower down as you're ready. Sink the heels down. Reach the left arm up by your side. Roll onto your side and create a little quad opener here. Bringing the heel in toward your seat, while also balancing. Face is soft. Maybe you start to feel a difference here from moving and breathing just really simply. Just kind of undoing this idea of sitting or being crunched. And then rolling onto your right side, kicking your left foot back, flexing through your right leg. And finding your balance on that side, engaging your obliques to find that balance. All while getting that quad stretch. Releasing it out, reaching over your head, finding length. And then rolling back, crossing the arms in front of you, wiggling the fingers underneath you. Take hold of your shoulder blades, a little bit of a hug here. And then cross the arms in the opposite way. Wiggle the fingers underneath you if you can. Maybe just hold on to the tops of your shoulders or even your biceps. Just starting to come to the end of the practice with a little bit of an embrace for yourself. Reach the arms out to the sides, legs go long. And pause. Maybe you start to shake them out a little bit, just kind of letting them go, taking them out of those shapes, just letting it all be. Let the arms shake, taking it out of those shapes. Soften the ribs down. Let yourself pause, hand on the belly, hand on the heart. Just a reminder, come back to your body, come back to the sensations, the wisdom of your body. Pause here. And even in this short time, notice how these poses can change the quality of your breath, the quality of your thoughts, quality in which the way your body moves. And you can stay right here, or you can bring the knees into the chest, roll over onto your most comfortable side, press the floor away. Perhaps get your cushion, set it up. Go ahead and take a seat again. Sit up tall. Chin to the chest, to the ear, up and around opposite ear, dropping down. Just giving yourself these last few moments to notice the differences. Breathing. Eyes softly close as you signal to your body that it is complete by touching the third eye, the throat, the heart center, the solar plexus, the low belly. Feeling how the energy has changed through the center line of your body. Hands on your knees, on your thighs. Letting that natural breath take over. Thanking yourself for showing up to your mat. Hand on your heart. Thank you for practicing with me today.